Hide your pain, nobody cares. Ladies and gentlemen, let's not sugarcoat it. The title says it all. Hide your pain, nobody cares. Hush. Yes. Trill? Absolutely. Let me break it down for you. Not to discourage, but to awaken the warrior in you. The world isn't waiting to save you. And that's not meant to be cruel. It's meant to set you free. From the moment you step into the real world, you realize something deeply uncomfortable but necessary. Nobody owes you anything. Life doesn't stop when you break down. The clock keeps ticking, the bills keep coming, the sun still rises, and everyone else keeps living their lives. While you're curled up in your pain, the world keeps turning, indifferent to what you're going through. It's not personal, it's just reality. We grow up with the idea that help will always come. Someone will see our struggle and offer a hand. But the truth is, most people are too consumed with their own problems to notice yours. And those who do, they might sympathize, they might even care, but don't expect them to carry your load. They can't. It's a bitter pill to swallow, especially when you're hurting and it feels like you're drowning in silence. You may cry out for help and hear nothing in return. But that's when you learn the most important lesson of all. Your rescue mission is your responsibility. Nobody is coming to pull you out of the darkness. You have to claw your way out, inch by inch, with blood on your knuckles and tears in your eyes. That's how warriors are made. Now, this doesn't mean people are heartless or that kindness doesn't exist. But the kind of saving most people dream about, someone swooping in to fix everything, to heal them, to carry their burdens, that's a fantasy. People can support you, yes, they can encourage you, but they can't do the work for you. You still have to show up and fight. You still have to grind, to push, to keep going even when it feels like you have nothing left. In that process, something incredible happens. You stop waiting. You stop hoping that someone or something will change your life. You take control. You become your own answer. You become stronger, wiser, more dangerous, not in a violent way, but in a way that makes you unstoppable. That kind of strength can't be given. It has to be earned through suffering, through solitude, through sheer willpower. And when you make it out, not because someone saved you, but because you saved yourself, that's a power no one can take from you. You stop being a victim and start becoming a force. You stop looking outside for salvation and start building it from within. The world isn't waiting to save you, but here's the truth. It doesn't need to. Because once you realize your strength, you won't need saving at all. You'll be the one lighting the path, not following it. Pain is one of the most personal experiences a human being can go through. It's invisible to the world, but loud inside your mind. It doesn't announce itself to others. It doesn't come with warning signs. And most of the time, no one really sees how deep it runs. You can be smiling in a room full of people while feeling completely broken inside. That's the nature of pain. Private, silent, isolating. And yet, it's something every single person carries in some form. But growth is what the world sees. Growth is what they notice. The results, the transformation, the wins, the comeback. People don't see the nights you cried yourself to sleep. They don't see the self-doubt, the fear, or the thoughts that tried to break you. They don't know about the times you were on the edge of quitting. But when you rise, when you win, then they start paying attention. Then the applause comes. Then they want to hear your story when it's already written. That's why you can't wait for the world to understand your pain before you act. because it probably never will. You can explain it to 100 people and still feel alone. You can share your trauma, your battles, your heartbreak, and still feel unheard. And that's not your fault, it's just how the world works. People connect with what they see. They understand outcomes, not the invisible process. You have to decide whether you want to be understood or whether you want to grow. Because often you won't get both at the same time. While you're working on yourself, while you're suffering in silence, while you're going through your darkest moments, you'll likely be misunderstood. People might think you've changed, gone distant, become cold. They won't realize you're in the middle of becoming someone new. But when you emerge from the struggle with strength in your voice, clarity in your eyes, and results in your hands, then they'll understand. They'll respect the growth, even if they never knew about the pain that fueled it. That's why growth is public. Not because you need validation, but because transformation can't be hidden. You don't need to prove your pain to anyone. Just show them who you've become because of it. Let your silence scream in your achievements. Let your resilience be the loudest part of your story. People won't remember your tears. They'll remember how you rose. So stop trying to make them understand your suffering. Instead, let them witness your strength. Let them see how the pain shaped you into someone unstoppable. In the end, you owe no one an explanation for what hurt you. What you owe yourself is to rise from it, quietly, fiercely. And when you grow beyond the pain, the world will take notice, not of your wounds, but of your strength. That's the story they'll tell. That's the version they'll celebrate. So don't worry if no one sees your pain. Just make sure they see your growth. In this world, people are drawn to outcomes. They admire achievements, success, progress, not the stories behind why something didn't happen. It may sound unfair, but it's the truth. People respect results, not excuses. You could have the most valid reason in the world for why you didn't finish what you started, why you quit, why you didn't win. But at the end of the day, all that will be remembered is whether you delivered or you did it. This isn't about dismissing struggle. Struggles are real. Obstacles can be overwhelming. Life throws things at you that no one else sees or understands. But while excuses may comfort you in the moment, they won't build anything lasting. Results, on the other hand, are undeniable. They speak for themselves. They don't need explanation. When you achieve something, when you push through all the resistance and still make it, the world takes notice. People listen. Doors open. Excuses might win sympathy, but they don't command respect. You could stand in front of the world with a long list of reasons why you failed, and people might nod and say, "That's tough," but they'll move on. Because deep down, most people are dealing with their own problems. Everyone has excuses. Everyone has a reason they could use to justify giving up. What sets people apart isn't the absence of hardship. It's the refusal to let that hardship define the outcome. That's the mindset that separates average from elite. Winners don't look for reasons why it can't be done. They find a way. They stay in the fight. Even when it hurts, even when it's slow, even when no one is watching, they keep going. And when they cross the finish line, people celebrate them, not because they were lucky or gifted, but because they finished what they started. They delivered. They produced results. If you want respect in this world, if you want to be taken seriously, if you want to be remembered, don't just talk about what you're going to do. Don't talk about what stopped you. Show what you've done. Show the outcome. That's what people respond to. That's what builds your legacy. There will always be setbacks. There will always be reasons to pause or quit. And sometimes life genuinely knocks you down. But how long you stay there, how you respond, whether you let that become your narrative, that's your choice. You can live in your excuses or you can rise in your results. You can talk about what held you back or you can show them how you broke through. At the end of the day, the world remembers finishers, builders, not people who almost made it, but those who delivered no matter the odds. So stop rehearsing your excuses. Start producing your results. Because that's what gets remembered. That's what earns respect. When life hits hard, and it will, there are two things you can reach for: sympathy or strength. Sympathy might feel good in the short term. It might bring you a moment of comfort, a pat on the back, a few kind words. But it doesn't change your situation. It doesn't solve your problems. It doesn't move you forward. Mental fortitude, on the other hand, changes everything. It doesn't ask for pity. It doesn't beg for understanding. It builds a mind that says, I will survive this. And I will become stronger because of it. Mental fortitude means being able to stand when everything around you wants you to fall. It means keeping your focus in the middle of chaos. It means continuing to work when you're exhausted, pushing through when you're discouraged, and showing up even when nobody else is watching. It's about grit, not tears. It's about discipline, not comfort. It's about being your own foundation when the world offers no support. Sympathy can be a trap. It can make you dependent. It can teach you to seek validation instead of growth. If you're always waiting for someone to feel sorry for you, you'll never develop the strength to get up on your own. You'll always be the victim in your own story. That might bring temporary attention, but it won't bring lasting change. People may care, but only for a moment. The world moves on quickly. What lasts is what you build, what you overcome, and how you carry yourself through adversity. There's something powerful about the person who goes through hell and doesn't complain. The one who suffers in silence but still shows up. The one who feels the weight of life but refuses to be crushed. That kind of strength can't be bought or faked. It's earned in moments of quiet struggle, in sleepless nights, in lonely hours where you choose resilience over relief. Mental fortitude isn't about pretending you're okay. It's about knowing that pain is temporary, but quitting lasts forever. It's the mindset that says, no matter how hard this gets, I won't break. It's training your thoughts to serve you, not sabotage you. It's being able to calm your mind in a storm, to focus on the mission, even when your emotions scream otherwise. The truth is, nobody else can build that strength for you. People can support you, yes, but the mental muscle, that's yours to develop. Every time you choose discipline over excuses, every time you silence the inner voice that wants to give up, you grow stronger. You stop needing sympathy because you've built something far more powerful, self-respect. In the long run, sympathy fades, but strength stays. No one remembers the person who was constantly rescued. They remember the one who stood tall after being knocked down, the one who didn't beg for help, but inspired others by refusing to stay broken. So when life gets hard, and it will, don't reach for pity. reach for power, choose mental fortitude. Because that's what turns pain into purpose and struggle into strength. In a world that constantly encourages you to speak, to share, to explain yourself, silence can feel unnatural, even mistaken for weakness. But true silence, intentional silence, is not weakness at all. It's a weapon. A powerful one. The person who can stay silent under pressure, in pain, or in conflict holds a level of control that most people never reach. When used with purpose, silence communicates strength, discipline, and confidence louder than any words ever could. We live in an age of noise. Everyone is talking. Everyone has an opinion. People overshare, overreact, and overexplain. They broadcast their pain, their anger, their frustrations, all for the comfort of attention or validation. But here's the truth. The more you talk, the more you give away. The more you react, the more power you hand over. Silence, on the other hand, keeps people guessing. It keeps your energy contained. It gives you the upper hand. When you choose silence, you're not avoiding the problem. You're refusing to let it control you. You're not suppressing weakness. You're mastering it. The person who can sit with their pain, their frustration, their anger, without feeling the need to explode or explain, is operating on a higher level. That kind of restraint is rare. That kind of composure commands respect. Think about it. When you're calm in chaos, people notice. When you don't react emotionally to disrespect, you confuse those trying to shake you. When you walk away from drama, instead of feeding it, you show that your energy is too valuable to waste. That's real strength. That's silent power. Silence also gives you space. Space to think clearly, to process deeply, and to act wisely. While others are busy making noise, you're calculating your next move. While they're venting to feel heard, you're working in silence to be seen. Success, after all, doesn't come from loud announcements. It comes from quiet consistency. Build in silence, improve in silence, win in silence. Then let your results make the noise. Don't mistake silence for passivity. Being silent doesn't mean doing nothing. It means doing everything, just without seeking applause. It's holding your vision quietly while others boast. It's walking through fire with your head held high, not needing anyone to validate your struggle. It's understanding that presence is more powerful than performance. There will be times when people provoke you, question you, underestimate you. Let them. Don't waste energy explaining yourself to people committed to misunderstanding you. Stay silent. Let your work, your transformation, your growth speak in volumes they can't ignore. Silence leaves a mark that noise never can. In the end, those who master silence become unshakable. They move differently, think differently, win differently. They're not out for attention. They're focused on elevation. So don't be afraid to be quiet. Don't be afraid to be underestimated. Use that silence. Hone it. Wield it. Because silence isn't weakness, it's strength in its most focused form. Pain is one of life's most powerful forces and one of the most misunderstood. Most people try to escape it. They run from it, numb it, avoid it at all costs. But pain, when used correctly, can become your greatest source of fuel. It can ignite something inside you that comfort never could. It can push you further, drive you harder, and mold you into someone unrecognizable from who you were before the suffering began. Pain has a voice. It tells you what matters. It reveals what's broken, what needs to change, what's been ignored for too long. But instead of listening and using it, most people let pain break them. They fall into despair, self-pity, or bitterness. But the ones who rise, the ones who truly grow, are those who take that pain and turn it into purpose. You don't have to enjoy pain. You don't have to pretend it feels good. But you do have to respect what it can offer you: clarity, intensity, and motivation. Pain strips away the unnecessary. When you're hurting, the fake friends disappear. The distractions fade. You see what really matters. That focus, that's fuel. That raw, honest moment where nothing else matters except pushing through. That's where the fire is born. I used to say, John has done something hard. What am I forgetting? It's not what hardens you brings up, what strength you build. Rejection, loss, failure, betrayal, those aren't just setbacks. They are ingredients. They are the pressure that shapes the diamond, the heat that hardens steel. When life hurts you, you have a choice: stay broken or build from the wreckage. Turn it into energy. Turn it into drive. Let it power every rep, every hour, every decision. It's not about being angry forever or staying bitter. It's about using that emotion while it's raw, while it's real, to fuel your focus. The gym becomes therapy. The grind becomes your revenge. The progress becomes your proof. You show the world and yourself that pain didn't destroy you. It woke you up. Every time you feel like quitting, remember the pain. Remember how it felt when they doubted you, left you, hurt you, counted you out. Let it remind you why you started. Let it sharpen you. Let it push you past the point where others stop. That's the difference between average and exceptional. Not talent, not luck, but the ability to suffer and still move forward. You can't always control what hurts you, but you can control what you do with it. You can let it bury you, or you can let it build you. You can cry over it, or you can climb with it. Let the pain light your fire. Let it fuel your rise. Because once you learn to turn pain into fuel, nothing can stop you. Not failure, not heartbreak, not loss. You become unstoppable. Not because you've never been hurt, but because you've learned how to turn every wound into power.